Hi, my name is Ravi Fear Dragon Parikh, and I commentate StarCraft. I am most excited to see if literally anybody can take a single game off of Neeb, because the North American scene is great for that. No matter how good of a champion someone is, for some reason, every North American player is vulnerable to another North American player to some degree, even Neeb. NA StarCraft is just so cool, mostly because it has so many different types of people. You have the people who are super duper smart in school. I mean, you have all these awesome individuals coming in with totally different personalities. You got the really crazy people like Printf who cannon rush every single game. You got No Regrets who all in every single game. And you have also like the super duper macro players that will do little bits of pressure like Puck, who are super unique also personality wise. I mean, you just got such a big range of people that it's hard not to fall in love with them. There's so many big personalities in NA. One of the most important things about Cheeseadelphia is that it is oftentimes one of the biggest motivating factors for those up-and-coming players and even just some of the top players to continue to grow their skills in the scene. We only really get 2 North American premier events a year for the form of like Austin and Montreal this year. So having events like Cheeseadelphia happening so often and also so readily available to a bunch of the up-and-coming players. You know, the up-and-coming players come here and they say, I have a shot at this. I can actually get pretty far. I have a chance to take down a lot of these players. So that is a big opportunity for them, not only to kind of get that experience, but to also grow their confidence and even just kind of justify what they're doing and take it to the next level. My dark horse pick for this tournament is, of course, in some eyes, he's not going to be a dark horse because he's probably one of the best players in North America, nay, the world, to ever have touched the game. He taught Neeb how to play StarCraft. M. Canning is probably just going to take first place. For some people, you might say, oh, M. Canning's not a dark horse. He's actually a literal legend that Innovation even studies VODs for because he thinks, you know what, maybe if I can play a 10th as good as him, maybe I'll be able to win some StarCraft games. But there are some people, there are some non-believers for M. Canning, so he's going to be my pick. Tesla is actually one of my really favorite players to see him play, and when he does well, it's really awesome. He's got a very fun play style. He's really not afraid to experiment, and that's what's kind of awesome about him. He's also got a very vivacious personality, but he's also one of the players I think is sometimes a little hit or miss on his build. Sometimes he gets a little bit too tricky, I would say, with what he's trying to do. So he's one of the players that I really am hoping does well, but I can also understand if he ends up not doing quite as well, just because I think he gets in his own head sometimes. For my top 2 picks of this tournament, anyone that says that Neeb isn't going to win it is only saying that because they believe M. Canning's going to win. But putting M. Canning aside, because you never know, he may just feel a little bit benevolent this time. Neeb, of course, is going to be the #1, and I would actually say Jon Snow has been looking incredibly good. He is kind of like the polar opposite of Neeb in a lot of ways, where Neeb is this prodigy that shot up out of nowhere. Jon Snow is Mr. Consistency. He's rose his way over multiple years, just kind of coming up in the scene. And I think he's finally at that point where he is actually going to be able to maybe even take games off of Neeb.